Welcome back, everybody. Now today, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be having a little bit of fun with a 6-star version of Killmonger. This guy was my 5th 6-star. I got him a few months back, but we're going to be doing a few things. We are going to be first taking on Winter Soldier, which is what we are doing right now. In second, we are going to be showing off just a tiny bit of his utility, because the main thing that people like about this guy is his true strike, and yeah, we're going to be showing off at least a little bit of that. Alright, so right from the beginning, you guys notice that he doesn't have the biggest damage output. But, you know, that's okay. But, alright, the biggest thing, the place that his damage comes from is his bleeds. And, on the thumbnail that you saw, that I got over 15,000 bleeds on that guy. Did I physically put on 15,000 bleeds? No, I probably put on maybe 100 bleeds-ish. Alright, so you're probably wondering how I got all the way up to 15,000. And I just want to say, if I sound a tiny bit different, I'm on a road trip cross country, and we are stopping in Indiana for the day. So yeah, I'm just trying to do some voiceovers and make some videos while I can before we get on the road again. Alright, but the way you get the true strike is for your opponent to throw a special attack and for you to counter. Now, it's impossible to get the true strike from Winter Soldier SP2 because we have to block through some of it and then dex the very end, but we have to block through some of it, so that doesn't work. But like we can go the whole SP1 without getting hit. So like you can get out of the way of the SP1 and then counter right back, and that will refresh the true strike. This true strike does not stack. But the best part about the true strike is that it's passive, and that's what makes his true strike stand out from other people's. Now, yeah, and if you have a synergy, I can't exactly remember which one. I am pretty sure it's the Winter Soldier one. I'll have to recheck that later in the video. But it's when you intercept, then you also refresh the true strike. Alright, so we sit through this SP2, and alright, so this guy seems to have a pretty basic playstyle from the first little bit. Alright, but like if you look at the debuffs, you can see like a gray bleed debuff sign, is that a mistake? No. For each bleed that you put on, we've put on 33 bleeds in the whole fight. And this number on that stacks up to 50, or the damage stacks up to 50. Alright, but you can get that as high as you want and then throw off an SP3. And then, depending on how many bleed stacks you have, you can throw, get a bunch of damage. All your bleeds that you've put on combined. And yeah, so he usually gets it with 50 stacks at unupgraded 6-star. He gets about 5,000 damage a tick. And yeah, so you can see we're 75% of the way through Winter Soldier. And yeah, we want to get to all 50, so I think we go for one more SP2, and I get the intercept. Or I'm not sure, I don't think it counted as an intercept. But no, we decide to stay and go for all 50 stacks. But yeah, we get out of the way of the SP1, we refresh the true strike, and we got 49 true strike, and yeah, that makes 50, and we throw off that SP3. It has a very cool animation. But this guy has like a whole lot of synergies, unique synergies, I should say. Alright, but just watch that damage, about 4,500 a tick. that health bar is just melting, going really down really fast. And if you look at the bleed signs again, it is doubled. So that is how I got on. So that's how I got all those bleeds. I just kept doubling it: 100 to 200, 200 to 400, 400 to 800, 800 to 1600, and 3,000, 6,000, 12,000, and yeah, the bleeds just kept going and going. Yeah, but now it's just time to go for another SP3. The damage does no more, but yeah. And after the second one, the SP3 does no extra bleed damage, which is a little bit annoying. Alright, but as I was saying, this guy has a lot of unique synergies. However, I don't think many of his unique synergies do that much for him. What I would really like to do, or really like to test out, is how much the mutant crit team could help out. Because the reason the mutant crit team is because every time he lands a crit, there's an 80% chance to inflict a bleed. It's not completely random. It's every crit 80%. And there is a synergy that let it go up to 100% chance every single time. And yeah. Alright, it's the Black Panther synergy that allows you to, for the True Strike when you intercept. Alright, but anyway, we sit through another SP3, and the SP3 doesn't do terrible damage. It's not the greatest. It's not ideal. I understand this guy a little bit more after doing this gameplay video, but still, the damage output's just not exactly what I would like, and yeah. Yeah, I might demote him, but the True Strike is really nice for the fact that it's passive. And he's also got some really nice armor and some really nice synergies, especially for Winter Soldier. He gives Winter Soldier a synergy that makes him far from a dud. Without this synergy, he is absolute garbage. Alright, but he makes Winter Soldier a ramp-up champion, plus 5% attack for each hit on the combo meter, maximum 100 hits. Alright, but we sit through yet another SP3. And yeah, this fight is taking a little bit longer than what is ideal. He's kind of, damage output wise, he's kind of close to the Thor Jane Foster video I made and the Cyclops video. They both took a lot of hits. This guy ended up taking, I think, about 600 hits to get him down. Yeah, so now we race for another SP3. We have 900 bleeds, and yeah, just the more and more SP3s that we sit through, the more bleeds it goes up. Alright, but now I think it's time to list out some of the synergies that we have for today and some of the synergies that I want, that I like, well, the other unique synergies. Alright, so we have all three unique synergies from like his standpoint, if that makes sense. Alright, but Killmonger, but Killmonger has a synergy with Winter Soldier, 100% to activate True Strike when intercepting opponent's dash. Alright, that and the Black Panther OG synergy is the exact same. And then we have a synergy with Black Panther Civil War. You start the fight with 3 indestructible charges and counterpunch charges. I forgot to mention what counterpunch charges were. So when you throw the SP1, that gives you like 2 charges, and a lot like, but it basically is Monster Mass, like Mole Man. But when you hit into Killmonger's block, he goes unstoppable for a split second and can easily counter your attack. So I get hit by the SP1 right there. Yeah, it's just Mole Man, which makes him a tiny bit of a defender. You just can't hit into the block, but he's a very good defender, and I will explain why after the synergies. So here I pause for a second, and I'm going to cut this out. Alright, but yeah, so back to the synergies. So then Black Panther OG has a synergy with Killmonger and Winter Soldier, who's also on the team, for plus 4% attack, and he also has a synergy with Black Panther OG on the team, that or if I accidentally said Black Panther OG and Winter Soldier, I meant Killmonger and Winter Soldier. But he has a synergy with Black Panther OG. The synergy also works with Hawkeye, but gives plus 15% extra bleed damage, which also helps out during this solo. But we have boosted up to 7.5 thousand bleeds, which is also very, very nice. Alright, and then we have Black Panther OG on the team for another synergy with Killmonger. Killmonger can activate the special 3 damage bleed debuffs an additional 1 time per fight, which is very, very useful. That might be I'm pretty sure that's a new synergy with his buff. Don't get me, or that could be totally wrong though, which is why that bleed damage worked the first 2 times but never again. But yeah, normally it only works once unless you have the Black Panther OG synergy on the team. Alright, but he has a synergy with Jabari Panther that I just want to say before the end of this video. For plus 700 critical rating, which really helps out because of the fact, the more you crit, the more bleeds you put on. All right, yeah, there is a synergy. I can't really remember it off the top of my head, but that lets, instead of 80%, 100% chance to inflict the bleed. And yeah, that's a synergy with Human Torch. Kind of surprised he has a synergy with Human Torch. But yeah, he has a synergy with Sabretooth, that plus 30% offensive combat rate while somebody is bleeding. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's the only synergy. Those are the only synergies that have him involved. But yeah, he has a really good synergy with Black Panther Civil War. That gives Black Panther Civil War well-timed parries. Provides a Fury buff for 15 seconds. Alright, but we finished off the Winter Soldier fight. Now it is time to show off this True Strike. Spider-Man is really hard to get away from the SP1. I've done it only a few times, which means we're going to try to push him to the SP2 so we can easily counter back and activate the True Strike. So we bait out the SP2. He gives it up. We activate the True Strike. Evade failed. I tried to get the intercept to refresh it, but I forgot that we didn't have the synergy, and I forgot to mention that we do not have I forgot to mention that we do not have I forgot to mention that bleeds do not stack. I mean, they kind of stack, but not like when you immediately activate them, when you first crit. Alright, but yeah, these fights we are using our 5-star rank 2 version because our 6-star unupgraded is better. And we clear these fights way too easily. This guy is even clearing it fast, but we can't have it being too fast. We need like at least a little bit of a challenge. Alright, but we've activated the True Strike, auto blocked failed, and yeah, I was gonna do somebody with tons of armor ups like Colossus or something, or a bunch of resistance, like I don't know, maybe Punisher or something, but I forgot about those. These were the main 2 guys I could think of that True Strike can really help out with. And yeah, in the indestructible charge, we didn't take any damage from that first SP1 like a little bit ago, or yeah. Alright, but we throw off the heavy, and that gets us the kill. Alright, but this does bring us to the end of the video. Everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit the subscribe and like button. I just realized that this guy's got 20,000 health. That's a truckload. And I also forgot to mention his awakened ability. His awakened ability is what makes him a defender. It's what makes, when you hit him, be able to hit you, or take the damage back like Electro. Make sure to comment new videos you want to see. I'm always looking for new ones. Maybe we'll do a video with the Mutant Crit team, but everybody, make sure to follow the Instagram. Tells you a lot about my MCOC account and my channel. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys later.